So one of the most common questions I get on this channel is, Sam, I want to use Antigravity to launch an app, but I'm not really sure how to make the app that I build go live so that people can access it with no issues. And I'm also not sure how I'm going to be able to monetize from it as well. So you know what, in today's video, I thought I'd try my best to answer all these questions and everything in between, so that I'm able to give you a basic understanding of exactly how you can get started with Google Antigravity from the very beginning all the way to the very end as a complete beginner. So firstly, you guys already know what you need to do when it comes to accessing Google Antigravity. You're just going to go over to it just like this. And the way that it works is that you're going to need to download it onto your computer because it's going to be able to work locally when it comes to building any type of app that you're thinking about launching. And for those of you that are still not quite sure as to how Google Antigravity works, basically it's an AI tool that you're going to be able to have a conversation with. So it works very similar to Google Gemini, ChatGPT. You go onto it, you have a conversation, but the conversations that you're going to have are going to lead to real apps that you're going to be able to monetize and earn from. Whether you want to build a mobile app, whether you want to build some type of game, whether it's a web tool, some sort of application, there's so many different capabilities when it comes to the power of Google Antigravity, and the best part about it is that it's completely free to use. So again, in this video, I'm going to try my best to show you what I would do when it comes to launching a very simple web application. And I'm also going to give you a basic understanding as to how you can monetize it in the most simplistic way as well. Remember, there's so many different ways that you're going to be able to use the power of Antigravity, and I'm only going to show you one way when it comes to monetizing and launching, but I've got many more videos coming out when it comes to some other options. So just make sure that you watch this video from start to finish without skipping, and also subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss those future videos. Now, once you've gotten to the point where you've installed it onto your computer, it's not going to take more than a few minutes for you to do that. This is the interface that you're going to see. Now, the majority of you that have watched my videos in the recent weeks, you already know this. The first thing that you need to do is just click on Open Agent Manager. And I'm not going to bore you with all of the different features in the interface. I'm just going to show you this main one that you're going to be working with when it comes to entering the prompt for the web app that you want to build. As you can see over here, you've got all of these different models when it comes to what you can use to build your app, whether you want to use Gemini free, whether you want to use Claude, Sonnet, Opus, as well as GPT. There's all of these different ones. The best ones, in my personal opinion, it's going to be Claude or Gemini. They all work in a different way. So you need to pick one and figure out which one is best for the web app that you're looking to build. But don't worry too much about this. Whether you pick Gemini or Claude, it's going to be very similar, especially if you're looking to build a simple web application, which is what we're going to be building today. Now, before I move any more forward, when it comes to a simplistic way that you can monetize from the web app that you're going to build with Google Antigravity, what you can do is use it as a way for you to drive traffic to an existing digital product that you've already built. And this might sound a little bit confusing, but let me explain. So as you can see on the screen, this is a digital product that I built and I launched maybe 2 weeks ago now. I've already got a lot of people benefiting from the information in this info product. And basically in this, what I do is show people how they can use AI when it comes to building an info product step by step. But I've also got an entire module where I show people how they can set up a simple $5 per day meta ad campaign as a way for them to use meta ads to get people to be aware of the info products that they've built with AI. This is a strategy that I've used, so that's the reason why I'm sharing it with others. But the reason why I'm showing this to you is because I can build a web app and connect it to this info product, and I can do it in a way where people are going to be able to get value from the web app that also connects with this particular topic. So basically, the goal of today's video is to build a web app that people are going to be able to find, whether it's in Google search, on the internet randomly, whatever it is. And the web app is going to be connected to this info product that I've already built as a way for me to get instant monetization from my app. And this is something that you're going to be able to do as well. Whether you've got a digital product like a spreadsheet, maybe a digital planner, or maybe it's some sort of info product like this one, you're going to be able to follow the steps that I'm about to show you. So first thing that you need to do is figure out what is the best type of web app for you to build. So for me, it's going to be surrounding meta ads. And I'm going to make a image resizer tool for people that are looking to run image ads using Facebook, Instagram, and they want to resize their image depending on which platform they're going to use. And the reason why I'm going with an image resizer tool is because, as you guys can see over here in Google Trends, this is a search term that people are actively searching for on a consistent basis on Google. And ever since 2021, we've reached an all-time high in terms of the amount of people searching for this particular app. And here's an example of what this type of app looks like. People go onto it, they select their image, they're going to be able to resize it in whatever format. So I'm going to build something similar to this, but instead it's going to be centered around meta ads, and it's going to be focused on that so that I'm able to tap into that niche. Because if we just take a look at SimilarWeb, we can see that this image resizer tool is getting over 5.6 million monthly visits. So imagine building a web app, niching down, making sure that it's targeted to the people that are interested in your digital product. Yes, you can monetize using AdSense like what they've been able to do with all of these different GoDaddy ads. But if you want to monetize instantly, you're going to be able to do that with your own digital product. So this now brings me on to one of the first practical steps that I'm going to take throughout this process, which is to enter the prompt for Antigravity to know what I'm trying to build and for it to execute it in the best possible way. Now you can go straight to it, enter a prompt, have a conversation with it, and make any adjustments that you need to make. But if you're not really sure of exactly how to prompt in the most effective way, you're going to be able to use a tool similar to this. And I'm going to leave it linked down below so that you can gain access to it for completely free. Essentially what it's going to do is take you through a couple different questions, and at the end, you're going to get a custom prompt that you can now paste into Google Antigravity. So we're just going to select the tool just like this. What type of web app do I want to build? I'm going to select one of these. Let's go with something else, and then I'm just going to type in meta ad image resizer tool. Then I'm going to click on next. Who is this web app mainly for? I'm going to say very specific people that are looking to run meta ads, just like this, and click on next. What problem should this web app help people solve? I'm going to say to solve the problem of resizing their images for all the meta platforms when running ads. Let's click on next. What should the user input to get results from my app? It's going to be images. What should the app show the user after they click submit? I'm going to say resized images, just like that. Let's click on next. And finally, what do I want the color scheme to be? I'm going to say I want it to be blue and white, similar to meta color scheme. So we're just going to go with that, and I'm just going to click on generate prompt. Okay, perfect. So this prompt builder has now come back with the customized prompt. So all I need to do from this point is just copy it just like that. And bear in mind, when you sign up to this, which you're going to be able to do for completely free at the time of me making this video, you're going to be able to have a history of all of the different prompts that you've made within your account. So that's a benefit of using this tool. So now that I've got this, I'm going to be able to go back over to Antigravity. And then what I'm going to do is just paste the prompt that I got from the prompt builder in there just like that. I'm going to change it to planning. And then from there, what I'm going to do is just click on send. And what Horizons is going to do is start building out everything. It's going to start planning. It's going to start structuring everything. It's going to let me know what it's doing as it's doing it. And because this is a simple web tool with no real back-end integrations, it's going to be super simple for it to get straight to work and make sure that it builds the best possible web app for this use case. Okay guys, so as you can see, that took about 5 minutes, but Antigravity has now come back and it's letting me know that it's been able to build it, and I'm going to be able to access it in my documents. I'm going to show you in a moment, but before I do that, I'm just going to make one final change. So I'm just going to enter this prompt, and all this says is once the user resizes their image, I want you to integrate a link to my digital info product that shows how people can set up their first meta ad campaign using a $5 per day budget, step by step, for beginners. And I'm simply going to go back over here. I'm going to get the link to it just like this. And then I'm going to paste the link in there, and I'm going to click on send. And what Antigravity is going to do is that it's going to implement everything into it in a subtle way that's going to be valuable to the end user. It's not going to disturb them when it comes to them using the app, the functionality of it, but you're going to see how all of this works because I'm going to show you a demonstration of it once it completes what it's doing. Okay guys, I'm back and it seems to have completed it, and I just want to quickly show you how this works if you're new to this. So once Antigravity builds whatever app you're trying to build, as I mentioned before, it's going to be saved in your documents. So this is the meta ad resizer tool that we just worked on, and if you want to see exactly how it's going to look, how it's going to function, you need to click into the HTML index file. Okay, perfect guys. So as you can see, this is what people are going to be able to use. This is what you're going to be able to make go live, of course, your own one. And this is what you're going to be able to monetize from, something similar to this. people are going to be able to visit it directly using a URL link. But of course, I need to make sure that it's functioning as it should. So I'm going to enter or drag and drop an image into this box, and we're going to see if it's going to be able to resize it for the ratio or the dimensions or whatever the word is when it comes to meta ads. So I'm going to be using this image over here for this meta ad that I made as an example on a previous video. So what I'm going to do is just drag and drop it just like that. Okay, and instantly guys, as you can see, it's been able to resize it successfully for a square ratio, as well as the vertical feed ad, as well as story and reel ads. The images came out perfectly, and I'm going to be able to download them. So let me just do that now. Yep, perfect right there. As you can see, the image has been downloaded successfully. But now that I know that it works, if I just scroll down over here, this is what people are going to see once they've used this tool to resize their images. So it's going to have the direct link to this step-by-step guide. So Antigravity has integrated this seamlessly where people are going to be able to click it just like this, and it's going to take them directly to this page where they're going to be able to learn everything they need to learn about setting up their first meta ad campaign. So yeah guys, that's what goes into using Google Antigravity to help you sell a digital product. You're going to be able to do something similar to this. And bear in mind guys, as another reminder, this is just one of the many ways that you can monetize from your app. You're going to be able to set up AdSense. You're going to be able to also do affiliates. You know, the list goes on and on. I've got more videos coming out showing you some other methods. But I know many of you already have a digital product and you're looking for different ways that you can get traffic. And by building a web app like this that people are actively searching for on Google, you're going to be able to use it to promote whatever digital product that you've already built or you're in the process of building. And this now brings me on to a question that I get all the time, which is, Sam, I followed all of your steps, all of your instructions. I'm happy with my app. It's fully functional and I'm ready to put it out there to the world. But how exactly do I do that? And because this web app is super simple, I'm going to be able to use something like Netlify. So Antigravity has given me the direct link for it. I'm going to be able to click into it just like this. And it works in such a simple way because all you need to do is drag and drop the files that Antigravity saved on your computer. So something like this, you're just going to drag it in there, drop it. And what Netlify is going to do is instantly come back and tell you that your project is live. Now it's only going to be live for 1 hour. So what you need to do is create an account with Netlify. You're going to be able to do that, of course, for completely free. You're going to be able to sign up. And it's going to be over here where you're going to see a lot more information when it comes to key things that you need to know about the app that you've just built. So this is going to be the primary URL that you're going to get initially. Of course, it's going to be temporary. You're going to have to update it. You're going to be able to update it by clicking on domain management over here. Then click on add a domain. Now, if you've already got a domain that you bought somewhere else, you're going to be able to simply do that by clicking on this. But if you don't have one, you're going to be able to buy a new one. So if I wanted to call this, I don't know, meta-ad-image-resizer.com, I'm going to be able to search for it just like this. And as you can see, Netlify has come back with all of these different options. And it's going to be in this back end that you're going to be able to do various different things. You're going to be able to see exactly what's going on with your app. If there's any errors, you're going to be able to add a database. So if you wanted to allow people to sign up, maybe save the images that they've been able to make. And then from there, you can now monetize in different ways. This is how you're going to be able to do it. And to be honest, this isn't the only way that you can make an app go live. Of course, you can use Netlify if you want, but there's Superbase, there's Firebase, which is owned by Google. There's a long list, but this one is very beginner friendly and it's free for you to get started with. The only thing that you're going to need to do is pay for a domain. But yeah, for the most part, I would say that those are some of the key things that I wanted to show you when it comes to using Google's Antigravity to help you launch a web app that you can now use as a way for you to get traffic to your digital product. Of course, there's going to be some things that you need to do on the back end when it comes to driving traffic to this web app that you've built. But as long as you've done the right research to make sure that people are actively searching for whatever utility your web app is about, there's simple things that you can do when it comes to SEO, when it comes to social media, for you to use this as a lead magnet so that you can now monetize in a number of different ways. But if you wanted me to make a detailed video showing you how you can get traffic to the web app that you've just built with Antigravity, just put in the comments down below. Do the traffic web app video and I'll get onto it ASAP. Also make sure to include your country and your city so I can make sure the video is tailored to your specific situation. Press the like button if you enjoy this type of content. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know once a new video has been released. Don't forget to check the resources down below for the prompt builder and some other things that's going to help you on this journey. And if you want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where I break down step by step what you can do when it comes to starting, building, and launching your very first digital product, even if you're a complete newbie to all of this, you're going to be able to watch that video by clicking the link right there. Check that out straight after this, because that video has already helped out countless people. I get DMs and emails about that video all the time. And I'm sure if you're able to watch it from the very start all the way to the very end, it's going to be able to help you out as well. But as always, guys, I'm going to catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.